let's come back out here and I'll show you what some of the folks on our Twitter and our Facebook, I should say, are saying. This one comes in from Lambona, who says, here in Portugal, it's 3:15, remembering dancing, singing in school, and rehearsing MJ moves. The only black man walking on the moon. Gonna move over now to our Facebook page, CNN.com Live. And Mary, who says, rest in peace, Michael Jackson. I'll always remember roller skating to your music, and my three girls just loved you as I did. I still listen to your music. It's great to clean house too. Such a sad week this has been. Ed, Farrah, and Michael, may their families find peace and love at this sad time. So shocking to hear. This one comes in from Kendall, who tells us Michael Jackson defined our generation. He and Quincy Jones saved the music industry with the release of Thriller. I'm going to end on this note, also coming in from our Twitter page, and Jeremy tells us, watch the news, read the website, try to take it in, but that headline explodes me. Michael Jackson has died. Just a lot of people, Jeremy, feel the same way you do. Can't believe that this is actually happening. Still kind of just letting it settle in. I'm going to talk to one of our reporters right now about the evening as they share their thoughts. This is coming to us from Diana, Dawn, D'Angelo. Diana, are you there? Diana, can you hear me? Hi, Diana. Tell us a little bit about your fan relationship with Michael Jackson.
Well, it was probably back in 1986 or 87. I was about 28 or 29 years old. As a matter of fact, Michael Jackson and I are born the same year, in 1958. And my sister was working for Lucasfilm at the time, and they had a yearly picnic. I believe it was a 4th of July picnic. And it was invited to I think it was the 11th annual Lucasfilm picnic at Skywalker Ranch in Marin County. And I'm not sure if it was you, there was a hint or a secret that a chance that Mike Jackson might join us. He showed up.
And I think we're seeing a picture. Can you zoom in on that, Katie, so everyone can see us? There it is. So is that Michael Jackson? He's got a mask around his neck.
Right, correct. As a matter of fact, there was a lot of dirt roads out there, and he was wearing the mask pretty much throughout the entire time he was there. However, when I picked up my camera, I don't know, 10 feet away from him, gentle nature about him when I met him. And when I say when I met him, after the photos were taken, there was a picnic area, and him and his bodyguard, who is in one of the other photos with a German Shepherd dog, by the way, they were walking around together that day. But Michael had sat down at a picnic table, and I asked his bodyguard if it was okay if I sat down and said hello to Michael, and got an autograph from him, and he said, "No, ask Michael." So I sat down on the seat, and I snuggled in really close to him, and we both said hi. by his childlike personality and presence. It was just really, really, really special.
Thank you so much for sharing that story with us. I think that a lot of his fans will think that's a great tribute to him. Diana D'Angelo on the phone with us, one of our iReporters, letting us know about her experience with Michael Jackson. And actually, who knew that there would be sort of two experiences in one after she met him at Lucas Ranch. Diana, thank you.
Thank you very much. And my favorite song I just wanted to
Yeah, tell us.
is Gone Too Soon.
Too Soon.
Michael was a magical man, and he definitely taken off, and he was definitely gone too soon. And I have the lyrics in front of me. You want me to read them to you?
I don't know if we have to get to something else right now, but that's from the Dangerous album, right?
Definitely, and if anybody wants to listen to it, it's absolutely beautiful.
Thanks again, Diana. So there you heard a person who just happened to have the right connections on the right day to be able to meet Michael Jackson. As we're discussing, met him once, or maybe Twitter and Facebook, not at all, but maybe fans. We're also hearing from big stars who are also fans of Michael Jackson, including Sheryl Crow. She was talking to Anderson Cooper today. Here's a clip.
What was it like being on tour with him? I mean, it must have been kind of surreal being part of that whole scene, that whole entourage.
I can remember vividly going to Disneyland and being on a ride with him, and he wouldn't let the ride stop. And at the end of it, I was just absolutely ill.
I also think I remember a story you told me about
Much too big and strong to have out in public, let alone on a tour. So he didn't make the whole tour, but he was out, and I can remember sitting with Michael and him, poking him in the chest with a ballpoint pen, saying that's the only way you can get his attention. You can get him to stop doing what he's doing. It was just, there were some surreal moments, obviously, and I hate to think that those moments, or even this latter part of his life, has usurped the brilliance of his talent and who he was. But, watching that video that you just showed about him talking about his childhood and just how heartbreaking that is, you can see how his relationship to fans really informed his ultimate isolation and who he became, as well as his relationship with his father. So it is tragic. It's tragic that at 50 he's gone. But did we ever think he was going to grow to be an old man before our eyes? It would have almost seemed too surreal.